Eddie Hearn, I suppose obviously a little bit less hectic today, a little bit less needle, and no eggs, thank God, in the face-off.
Yes. I think sometimes as you get to fight week, everyone's kind of just dialed in, and I would imagine the likes of Andy Lee and people like that saying, they're just nice and calm here at this Brasina. And respectful between two great fighters. I mean, look, we're sold out. We've got 200 tickets left. It's going to be completely sold out. You're going to get a great night, great card, top to bottom, and a really important fight for the division. And of course for both fighters.
A hell of an undercard as well. I mean, you look at that Craig Richards fight, that could headline probably itself.
I feel like even, obviously down to Hughes against Farrell and Shauna Brown against Turner and, Ward against Tommy and Woodstock against Kurt Walker, Craig Richards against Poddy, they're all 50-50 fights. Mm-hmm. So it's quite rare to see that. And the main event is a 50-50 fight too. So I think the one thing about this city is they really understand the shows and the cards. And if it's a good card, they'll come. And you'll see one of the special atmospheres on Saturday night. Obviously,
busy week for you. It was supposed to be a little busier today with a face-off. That's not happening. Is there not going to be a gloves are off, like a face-off type thing?
There will be in time, but I think it would be a big mistake to put those guys this far away at this point in time. Because, I think for fighters and stuff, like the reality is, whatever way you want to look at it, some people think it's no big deal, some people are disgusted by it, like whatever. He's, attacked Conor, he's whacked him with something. And you can't just expect Conor to go, oh, well, it is what it is. Like right now, he wants to get hold of him and do a job on him now. And we can't afford for that to happen, especially before we go on sale. Yeah. So to sit at a table and antagonise them,
I don't think you or Ade or anything to get in the middle of it.
Would not be the right thing to do. So, we've spoke to the board. I know the board are calling Eubank in, but away from that, they've also said to us, look, what are you doing about Thursday? Mm-hmm. And what we've said is that we'll not do a face-to-face at the presser, we'll do it on the pitch, and we'll have security between them, and we'll make sure the chance of getting anywhere near each other.
It sounds almost ludicrous, but would you almost did you consider? I mean, Boxer were joking about it on Twitter, like this Misfits Boxing, the cage, like something that would get in the way.
Ben Shalom said to me last night, let's do a cage or some glass. I was like, mate, no, we're not doing that. It's not. We don't go down that road. This is a real fight, and this is a big fight, for boxing. But we just keep security between them and make sure that they can't get near each other, and that'll be more than enough.
Eubank obviously not too keen on you yesterday. I guess have you obviously you've had your run-ins with David Hay. I mean, was it is this the most that you've been off with a fighter and that a fighter's been off with you?
I mean, it's a carbon copy of what David Hay did, and it was what Eubank always does, which is premeditated. He doesn't sit there at the presser and it just happens. He goes, when Eddie talks, do this or say that, or and that was what I was pissed off about with the egg thing, is that people knew he was going to do that, and they didn't stop him. Because I promise you, if Conor Benn said to me, I'm going to whack Chris Eubank with, I don't know, an egg or this or whatever, I would say, mate, no, what are you doing? Don't do that. Listen, if you want to have a little bit of a shove and a face-to-face, no problem, but don't do that. You're going to, he could get injured, the board could do something like so. And what pissed me off is people knew, and they still allowed him to do it.
Who knew?
I would think the whole team. What do you think? He didn't tell anyone?
Ben insists he had no clue.
Look, there's history of Eubank press conferences. Everything's premeditated. Ben came up to me before the presser and said, like, if Eubank does anything, I didn't know anything about it. I mean, I'm like, that's a weird thing to say. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So whether he knew or not, whatever. But people knew. Like, he didn't go down Sainsbury's and buy the eggs.
No, of course not.
Do you know what I mean?
So in terms of that, which in your career, which fighter has maybe have you not got on with? Well, which fighter has hated you the most?
Loads.
In one of these.
Betterbev's ended up being quite friendly now, but it was a bit like that. Loads. David Hay, Gervonta Davis.
You get to do a fight with Gervonta.
Yeah, true. But I don't. To be honest with you, I don't mind that stuff with you, mate. Anything where we can chat and I can use my, talking skills, I'm quite comfortable, but I didn't like the physical side of what he did. Quite out of character for him, and I think it's a sign of how it's got to him. A lot of the stuff around in the fight, it is pretty personal. You've never seen Eubank do anything physical at any press conference ever, and he would actually be one of the last people I would expect to do it. So it's inside him and it's under the skin, and it's that kind of fight.
last one, obviously, because we're running out of time, is just we're here in Ireland. I guess, have you any news on this, Katie Taylor and Manasran? I think Nikisa and Jake have been teasing a little bit.
We're negotiating with Nikisa and MVP, and we're pretty close. We'll let them.
Does Jake never talk in those?
No, I don't think. I think Nikisa handles the business. I think Jake's well aware of what's happening. We've got a decent relationship with him, to be honest with you. I mean, away from our differences, like we both want to make the fight. I think there's a very good chance it'll happen. And in the summer, Taylor Serrano 3, fingers crossed. But we'll see if we get it over the line. No, I think it'll be in America.
Thank you.
All right, mate.
Cheers.